Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after a fantastic panel session on how technology is revolutionizing the workplace safety. And we had a plethora of industry expert panel members who shared their viewpoint on this particular subject. And what a good way to start the proceedings of the day with the first panel session. My compliments and great job by the honorable moderator, Mr. Ajay Mathur, head of EHSCC from L&T Power, and congratulations to all the panel members for wonderfully contributing in this beautiful panel. Now, moving on to the next session on a very interesting subject and topic, everything you need to know about hand protection. And to talk on this subject, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Avinash Savalka, Managing Director of Savalka Kel Gloves. Avinash, welcome to the India HSE Summit. Indeed, a pleasure having you here. And what a best way to talk on this particular subject than from the perspective of your company, which is positioned wonderfully into this particular segment of hand gloves for the safety of the workforce. So Avinash, all over to you. Looking forward to a very informative session from you, and I'm sure the audience will be very keen to interact and know more about the offerings of Savalka Kel gloves. All over to you, Avinash.
Thank you very much, Soumya. And thank you, everyone. Welcome to our session. And thank you for taking time on Friday morning for learning more about hand safety. I'd like to share my screen so we can go through the presentation and understand more deeply about how we help with hand safety protection. I trust everyone can see my presentation. So we start off by understanding that hands are one of the most critical part and limbs of our body. We have to protect them all the time when we are at home or at work. Savalka KEL, we are a pioneer in research, design, and development of solutions for hand protection. With hand protection, we consider from the shoulder all the way down to the fingers. Uh, the protection of hands even at home now is very important. We can see that after COVID and with corona, where we always using sanitizers to be careful, we are always using soap to keep our hands clean and preventing on touching anything which is dangerous and risky, so that we don't spread germs. However, in the industry, not touching something that's dangerous and risky is of a very different level. It is not just about germs, but it's really about keeping your hands safe and functional for our entire working life and beyond. So, just to share some data with you, that hand injuries at the workplace, on the shop floor, in the industry, contribute to about 25 to 45% of all injuries, which can be an injury that can last for a short time and heal and recover, or an injury which can last for a lifetime and potentially destroy your working life. In hand and limb protection, most of the injuries the largest percent of injuries that contribute are sprains and strains, that are about 66%. Then we have cut injuries, which can be from the shoulder down to the fingers, that contribute to about 16%. Fractures and larger injuries to the bones are 13%. Burns, thermal, and chemical injuries contribute to close to 3.5%. Most of these statistics are US statistics, as we know that data is collected very seriously and meticulously over there. In safety standards, we should be talking about all products which are certified. Uh, Globally, EN standards are the acceptable certification. In EN standards, the category 1 risk or the category 1 certification are products which don't really need any, are used when you don't really have a risk. So when we talk about a product that don't can be used for no risk, is a basic cotton glove, where you don't really need to know whether there is a certification for this. Category 2 is there's an injury risk, but no risk to death. On this, we have EN certifications for EN 420, EN 388, and EN 407. There are other norms and certifications for chemical protection, for electrostatic protection, but the largest volume of products come under EN 388, which is cut protection, and EN 407. Category 3 is death or irreversible risk. This does not, our products do not come into this category, and frankly, most PPEs will not come into this category when you look at hand protection. Now, under EN 388, just a very quick overview of what do we cover in 388. We have cut resistance and mechanical risk, which is cut, abrasion, puncture. In 407, we cover thermal risks. And now the EN 388 for cut protection has been upgraded to the TDM 5 level. This has been upgraded in 2016. These are much higher level of cut protection that has come about, and which is the latest certification and norms being used globally. Then we have protection, glove protection against chemical hazards. So most nitrile gloves, neoprene gloves would come under this product certification. Electrostatic properties are getting more and more popular as we go into electronic and electrical product manufacturing. Being able to handle panels and PCB boards, you need electrostatic protection to not destroy the product that you are manufacturing. Then we have welding and workwear protection, which encompasses protection on thermal risk from 50 degrees to 500 degrees where you use aluminized products. We specialize with food contact gloves, so products that can help you work with food products safely, and as well as provide you with protection on cut resistance and heat resistance. EN 511 is thermal resistant glove, but these are more towards cryogenic gloves, which can be used for handling cold products or nitrogen, liquid nitrogen. So under EN 388, EN 407, we have firstly some general purpose gloves or basic gloves. We have cut resistance, welding resistance, heat resistance, chemical resistance. So I'll very quickly try and explain to the audience, who I'm very sure is already learned on what these certifications stand for. In EN 388, our products are certified as per the 2003 norms, which is cut, abrasion, tear resistance, and puncture resistance. However, in 2016, all of these certifications were upgraded to the TDM standard, which introduced, instead of cut resistance, a coupe resistance, a coupe test. I'll explain further how the coupe test is superior to a cut resistance test from 2003. Further, what was introduced was the impact resistance, which is now a new risk that has been identified in industry, and we have worked on many of our new products to include impact resistance. You'll be delighted to see the products that we have. So firstly is EN 388, we cover abrasion resistance. So abrasion resistance is the kind of injury that you can get from abrasion. So when you're, let's say, handling a grinding tool or a chamfering tool, you can easily cut your hand with an abrasion, and it's almost like a burn on the hand, and it takes a very long time for the scar to heal. As you can see, the kind of hole that you can get on a glove, which is not very abrasion resistant. The number of cycles denote the level of the abrasion resistance a glove can provide. For example, a 100-cycle glove that gets abraded will be a level 1. And as we go on to 500 cycles, it's level 2, 2000 cycles is level 3, 8000 cycles and beyond gives you an abrasion resistance of level 4. On cut resistance, we all know the kind of injuries, because probably this is the most common injury that you get with cut resistance, especially when handling sheet metal, sharp objects, tool, blades. And the older test was a test where the cut level was given by a rotating blade, and the number of cycles the glove could resist on the blade would give the level of test, a level of certification. So let's say 2.5 cycles would give you a level 2, 5 cycles and the glove was still fine would give you a level 3, 10 cycles would give you level 4, and let's say the glove got cut on the 11th cycle, then the test would end over there and that glove would be certified at level 5. However, this was the 2003 definition of a cut resistant glove. This has been upgraded in 2016 to something called the TDM test. The TDM test is far more superior to the prior 2003 norms. Here, what happens is a glove is clamped down on the tool bench, and a blade is taken over the glove, not at a static pressure. The pressure keeps going up with every level of the testing. So when now we test a glove and we tell you that it's a level A, B, C, D, E, or F, it is no longer the number of cycles the glove can take, but also the pressure at which that glove can resist. So a level A glove would give you cut resistance at 2 newtons. A level B can give you cut resistance at 5 newtons. This is superior because a cut level 5 glove previously would probably last 20 cycles of cut blade or cut cycles from the test. But the moment you increase the pressure, that probably that glove could get cut much faster. So therefore, now this has been introduced where while the blade is going through our product to test, each cycle is with a much higher pressure on the product. So you go from 2 newtons all the way up to 30 newtons, and level F is the highest protection you can get on this. Puncture resistance is again, we can often see in industry where the hands can get punctured with something sharp and pointed. This kind of test is again done where the glove is clamped down and a sharp pointed object is pressured, is put onto the glove at either 20 newtons, 60 newtons, 100 newtons, or 150 newtons. Now, cut injuries or injuries to the hand can cost almost up to $16,000 if we look at global statistics for a worker and for the industry that he's working at. Firstly, is the amount of lost time that there is for the industry for the injury to heal. Secondly, is the medical cost of giving him healing and providing the medical care, and perhaps there could be penalties or fines that the industry have to pay if you're not using the right glove and you're being able and the worker is injured. However, there is a hidden cost over here which we cannot quantify, and that hidden cost is when we are using the wrong glove, which is too loose or too tight, the worker is not comfortable or is not confident to work as fast and as freely as he would be if he was wearing the right glove at the right size, providing that protection. A very quick overview on our company. We were established in 1964 and we are a sister concern of Worldwide Safety. Worldwide Safety is an Indian-French joint venture. They have 3 production facilities in India, and all their R&D is done by their scientists and R&D lab in France. All the products which are designed right from the filament and yarn level to the glove are tested in France and are sold globally before we can introduce them in India. We look after the Indian domestic marketing for these gloves, and most of our customers are in the automotive, steel, glass, tire, and pharma industry. We work with over 350 shop floors across India, and as a B2B solutions provider, which is very focused on hand and arm protection. Our vision is to be able to provide you certified and quality safety products which are made in India. All these products are brought to you not just as a catalog, but with our salespeople who come and teach you and give you share knowledge that we have taken so far from so many industry visits. We try and understand the problems that you're facing with cut or heat or tear protection. And we give you the right product that will provide you comfort, dexterity, performance, and enhance the amount of protection as well as the productivity of the worker, while trying to keep the cost, which is viable and provides you value at the industry. We are manufacturing all of our gloves in India. Close to 65 to 70% of our production is done in our own plants, which are located in Calcutta, and our latest plant, which has come up in Ahmedabad. Our latest plant is also going to have the first nitrile dipping plant in India, and this will be functional very soon. We have a capacity of more than 22 million pairs per year. Close to 60% of our products are exported worldwide, while 40% is sold in the global market, in the Indian market. Sorry. Some of our new solutions that we are coming up with over the last 2 years, we've all had a lot of time to look at products for the coming era. During the COVID, we were able to design and research many new products that we have launched this year. One of the key things is that we've brought about gloves which have rubber coating or PU coating or nitrile coating, but can be used with smart devices that have a touch screen. Because many of you on your shop floors are now using either mobile screens or tablets to input data to your ERP, or even the new machines and plants are coming up with touch screens instead of conventional analog buttons. So we have gloves that provide you cut or heat resistance, but also allow you to be able to use a screen without taking off the glove, therefore saving time and also being a lot more comfortable. Our new gloves have design which give you better grip and dexterity. We use a technology called Clean PU that is a lot more breathable, as well as provides much better grip even on oily substances. Um, Again, the Clean PU technology that we use meet all environmental norms. So therefore, on an environmental level, any of the solvents or DMF that we use in our plants, they're entirely recycled 100%. All our water is entirely recycled 100% and reused in our own production. So therefore, we are not releasing any effluents or solvents in the wastewater. Some of the key raw materials of gloves which are used are aramides, para-aramides. For example, most of you will know para-aramide as a Kevlar or a Thoron, which is from Teijin. Meta-aramides, which are towards heat resistance, and the brand names are Nomex or Taiji Connex. Then we have polyethylene, again for blade and abrasion resistance. Dyneema HPP fiber is what most people will know. And this simplest would be polyamide, which is nylon, which is also used in fabric and clothes. And these are very great for abrasion resistance as well as very soft. And sometimes in the finer glove, we use more of polyamide. Now, most of these gloves that we construct are with a combination and permutation of various of these aramides. So a glove that we provide you, which has cut resistance and heat resistance, might have certain threads of aramide or para-aramide along with nylon or polyethylene, and these blends help us exactly construct a glove that solves the problem of safety on your shop floor. Of course, now what is being used is technology allows us to use stainless steel in our gloves. So we have various products that have stainless steel wire, which are used. And one of our latest products that we are launching this year has even tungsten wire, which has the highest cut resistance. Leather, of course, is used more for heat resistance and for abrasion or heat and welding purposes. This is our newest launch this year, the Hyperfit. It's a 18 gauge glove, means it's very fine. It's almost as though you're wearing a sock on your hand. It has the Clean PU technology, making it very breathable and also resistant to oil coming in. And this is a cut level 5. A cut level 5 glove is the highest cut resistance that is at the moment can be certified for a glove. We use the tungsten fiber in this glove. Tungsten, as we know, has very high cut resistance, even higher than stainless steel that we are using in our glove. And again, this is a glove that provides you a touchscreen technology, so you can use your this glove as well as touch your smart devices, your phones, your control panels that might have touchscreens on this. The highest application for most of these gloves you will be able to see is in the automotive, steel, engineering, metal handling gloves. Again, we have a new cut level D, which is called the Flex Fit. It is similar to the Hyper Fit, but this is a cut level D. Again, a 18 gauge glove, very soft, very comfortable. Can be used with touch screen, has Slim PU technology. However, sometimes you do not need a cut level F glove, which might be too expensive to provide on your shop floor. And you can suffice and provide the adequate amount of safety with a cut level D glove. So therefore, we can give you an option of the Flex Fit. A new product that we've come about with a black PU coated 13 gauge glove. This is a cut level D glove, and in this glove, the speciality is that it's fully black coated, and it provides very high grip resistance because the PU coating that we do on the active sense is a thick PU coating, however, providing you very good dexterity in your hands. So therefore, you can even do fine work while being protected from oil penetration into your hands. Usually, when we talk about oil penetration, uh, we talk about nylon gloves. Therefore, we have now been able to provide you a glove in PU coating. Impact resistance and shock resistances are gloves where you can have uh, resistance protection to your knuckles and nail joints with the kind of TPR that we can provide on these gloves. This can be done on a cut level 3 or a cut level 5 glove. As you can see on a, we have various designs of TPR and rubber that can be put onto a glove, and the kind of injury that you can have from, let's say, a hammer or a heavy product on your knuckles and joints can be protected from this. Vibration and absorption gloves are gloves that are used for power tools and used for uh, rotary tools or pneumatic tools, and help provide protection to your joints when you're using very high rotation tools. These prevent long-term injuries that can a worker can have over a lifetime of 5, 10, 15, 20 years of using a power tool.
Avinash,
Yes.
Avinash, sorry to interrupt. We are a little over time, so I would request you humbly if you can wrap it up in the next a minute. That would be great.
Okay, we'll wrap it
Yeah.
up in another minute. We
Thank you.
have various chemical resistance gloves which come with for oil and grip. For example, this one, which is also a cut resistance 5 glove, being used very strongly all over machining plants for transmissions and engine blocks, etc. Again, we have the simpler chemical nitrile gloves, nitrile butadiene, and it's used even for acid application, paint thinner applications. We have gloves for heat handling, for example, terry knitted, similar to how you have a towel at home. For hot handling, we have aramide and para-aramide gloves with aluminized coating. These are used at various casting shops and shop floors. Heat treated leather for welding. Then we have gloves which can be ambidextrous for welding. You can use it on your left hand or the right hand. These are designed specially for certain uses. And we specialize in sleeves exactly the same way we specialize in gloves. These are sleeves for cut protection, sleeves for heat protection, as well as cut protection in Kevlar or in Twaron. Important factor to understand while looking at gloves is that the glove must be of the right size for your shop floor. If it's too loose, the worker will not feel comfortable in handling products, as he might fear either your tool falling down or the product that he's handling falling down. He might miss a button or he might miss a certain place. Plus, the glove can be caught in the wrong place and pulled out from his hand. And a smaller glove will again not be comfortable, as he will not be able to use the fingers properly. Since we manufacture all our gloves in India, we can provide you from size 6 to size 12 on your shop floor. Often we see the women workforce joining in automotive plants in India, and we are able to provide them solutions in a size 6 glove. We have our team ready at various plants at various locations in India where the industrial belts, they can come down and help you select the right glove and size for the operation that you're doing. Often the operations that you're doing, we have solved those problems in various shop floors across India, and now we can help you solve them as well. So give us a call and let us know how we can solve your hand protection issues. Thank you.
Thank you so
If there are
much,
any
Avinash.
questions, we can continue now.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Avinash, for that wonderful session on the different products and services from Savalka Khel Gloves. And also, I would like to tell all my audience that the team of Savalka Gloves are there throughout this day for this entire event. So please get in touch with them. You can chat with them, interact with them, and know more about their products and offerings. I'm sure a lot of clarity has already been given by Avinash in this wonderful presentation session. So please do interact with the team of Savalka Gloves to know more about their offerings. Avinash, fantastic session. No questions as of yet, but I'm sure a lot of audience after hearing this session would be interacting with your team. So I'm pretty sure that they would be asking those questions to know more about your products and services here. Thank you so much for the time, Avinash. Indeed, a pleasure having you here, and look forward to having you again in our next edition. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.